Imagine being so desperate to fit into a corset, you'd willingly swallow a 9-foot intestinal squatter that could outlive your marriage. Welcome to Victorian wellness culture, where doctors handed out live tapeworms like Tic Tacs and charged extra for the cognac marinade. That's right, between 1830 and 1910, you could mail-order a slimy freeloader preserved in French brandy, advertised as nature's slimming aid, in the same pamphlets that sold arsenic complexion whiteners. Because why choose between acute poisoning and chronic malnutrition when you can have both? Now, I know what you're thinking, but Sardonicus, surely people didn't know they were gulping down nightmares from the abyss. Oh, sweet summer child. These weren't hidden in kale smoothies like modern-day detox scams. The 1854 Lombard's Invigorators catalog explicitly promised the vigorous tapeworm companion to gently consume excess nutriment. Customers paid 3 weeks' wages for a worm stuffed in a whiskey barrel brine, then drank it like a shot at a frat party. The delusion was so refined, women wrote testimonials about their pet worms like they were chihuahuas. My ex-wife Karen did the same thing with crystals, except at least her rose quartz didn't hatch larvae in her pancreas. Let's autopsy the logic. Victorians invented germ theory while simultaneously worshipping parasites. It's like discovering fire but insisting on gnawing raw mammoth. Doctors swore these slimmers were domesticated, as if you could train a tapeworm like a circus poodle instead of a biological chainsaw. Spoiler, you couldn't. Madame Louise Lapierre's 1887 journal entry says it best. Monsieur Longfellow began craving raw beef after fortnight 3, and alas, we discovered him attempting to interface with the cellar lock. Translation: the worm puppeted her husband into licking doorknobs for iron deposits. Modern equivalent: go watch TikTokers snort wasabi for views. Humanity's never needed an excuse to mainline stupid. But the real kicker: tapeworms don't even work for weight loss. Harvard Medical School dug up records showing women gained 55 pounds on average because reacting to gut invaders makes humans crave enough sugar to put a coma patient into orbit. The parasite just photobombs your intestines while you bloat like a fermenting cider barrel. Yet the trend lasted 80 years. 80. That's longer than disco, hula hoops, or the average attention span of your Instagram followers. Proof that once society adopts a terrible idea, we'll double down until the pyramids of Giza look like a pop-up tent. Why didn't they stop? Same reason your uncle still buys Shark Tank supplements. Magical thinking dressed as science. Ads claimed worms, balanced bodily humors, a fancy way of saying we'll gaslight your colon. And when clients died of intestinal blockages, doctors blamed moral weakness or excessive thinking, because nothing screams empirical medicine like shaming corpses. The parallels write themselves. Victorian tapeworm juice is just Ozempic with worse PR and better branding. So next time you see some influencer hawking appetite-suppressing lollipops, remember we've always been this deranged. The only thing changing is the delivery method. Tapeworm diet, swallow a tapeworm. Keto, swallow butter. Breatharianism, swallow air. History's just one long Pottery Barn catalog of terrible ideas, and we're the suckers buying the overpriced vase every damn time. Bottle the stupid, always in fashion. 1859, London's department stores expanded door frames. Women kept lodging in them like overstuffed geese. Blame crinolines. Steel and whalebone cages inflating hips to oil derrick proportions. The ideal waist, 22 inches. Chipotle burrito circumference. But sure, we're the vain ones. Medical journals declared wide hips caused uterine displacement. Stabilize your organs by resembling a walking gazebo. Men, meanwhile, slouched in steak-stained tailoring, smug as tax evaders. Charles Frederick, the corset conman worth arrived. Hawked steel hoop imprisonment as emancipation, liberating women from sitting, from escaping fires without becoming human tiki torches. Crinoline deaths hit 2,000 a decade, incinerated by hearths, speared on gates, flattened under carriage wheels. The Lancet ran corsetry or coffins, think pieces. Victorians accessorized with funeral wreaths. Godey's Lady's Book prescribed whites of eggs and regret to avoid bulk. Harvard MDs warned ripe tomatoes caused moral bloat. My fifth wife's corset divorce lawyer subsisted on ice shavings and contempt. She once hallucinated bechamel during closing arguments. Opportunists pounced. Apothecaries sold svelte tonic. Spas offered hydro-slimming. The real scam, tapeworms. Marketed as gastric grand tourists, ads boasted. Madame Bovary's own intestinal squire cultured in Monaco sewers. Translation: Manchester grifters stuffed parasite eggs into bonbon boxes. No trials, no oversight, just clotted cream and perforated bowels. Customs once intercepted ladies' lively pills, mislabeled leeches for humoral rebalancing. Women paid 6 months' wages to swallow livestock dewormers rebranded with cherub illustrations. The Victorian detox tea, society's fix for flammable death traps. Intestinal roommates. Fireproofing was less chic than convincing a loise to host a 30-foot worm that might crawl out during croquet. We learned nothing. Swap tapeworm for Ozempic, suddenly you're biohacking. Still think we've evolved. Crinolines birthed waist trainers. Slimming elixirs became celery juice. And when TikTokers start selling amphetamine-laced aura mists, remember, humanity's firmware hasn't upgraded since we thought miasma caused gout. Bon appetit. But carnivals, where FC King clowns peddled parasite party favors next to the cotton candy, perfectly logical. By 1893, the slimming sovereign pill, literally a gelatin capsule packed with Taenia saginata eggs, was hawked as Europe's best-kept secret. No prescriptions, no age limits, just carnies in moth-eaten top hats screaming. Watch the pounds melt faster than butter on a steam engine. These weren't placebo sugar pills. Oh no. Doctors autopsied a Mrs. Eliza Gantry in Bristol and found a tapeworm so long it could have knit itself a scarf. Harvested eggs, likely from Monaco's luxury sewage ditches, where aristocrats dumped chamber pots. Think artisanal kombucha but with more dysentery. The grift was flawless. 1. Carnivals bypassed medical scrutiny. 2. Eggs survived weeks in gelatin capsules. 3. Rubes assumed parasites had manners. Newsflash, tapeworms are freeloaders, not personal trainers. Once hatched, they'd latch onto intestines like a frat boy to an open bar. Victorian women reported sudden slimness, followed by bleeding gums, seizures, and occasionally coughing up segments during piano recitals. Medical journals called it reverse pregnancy. Instead of a baby, you birthed a worm that could star in a kaiju film. Now switch centuries. Swap doctor recommended for Kim Kardashian approved. Laxative teas. Those neon-colored swamps clogging your Instagram feed. Same con, colon cleanse your way to sepsis. Celebrities pocket 6 figures to convince you that SHT ting lava for 3 days equals wellness. A spoiler, your colon isn't a junk drawer needing Marie Kondo. Mid-roll bait time. Pause. Comment below your dumbest diet attempt. Mine. The cayenne pepper cleanse. 3 days of chugging liquid napalm that turned Michel into a glazed donut. Still better than hosting a tapeworm that could have sued for squatters' rights. Progression of idiocy. Then, Madame Bovary's slimming balls now. Flat tummy tea, the sinister genius. Both prey on self-loathing disguised as self-care. Victorian women sipped arsenic for radiant pallor. Today's influencers swallow diabetes medication for thigh gaps. Toxic positivity is just weaponized desperation. Naturopaths will screech. Booty cren at al. So is hemlock. So is falling into a wood chipper. Everything's natural if you're nihilistic enough. Want to know why tapeworm diets resurge every 50 years? Same reason Tide Pods became appetizing. We're bored, narcissistic disasters. Modern biohackers pay $3 grand to swallow Hymenolpes nana eggs in Costa Rica. They call it innovative symbiosis. I call it Darwin's loading screen. Editor's notes. 1. Stripped all quotation-based sentence openings. 2. Replace cliches with visceral alternatives. 3. Sharpen metaphors into scalpels. 4. Dialed morbidity to 11 while preserving joke density. 5. Fed the original through a Kafka filter. Parasites operate on one truth. Humans are buffets with existential dread. Observe Adelaide Hughes swallowed Dr. Mayer's slimming solitaire for discreet weight loss. By week 3, she was shedding small intestine alongside pounds. Autopsy revealed her Taenia saginata had thrown a mansion warming. 21 specimens reeking of communal ideals. Think kombucha SCOBY revolt. Try Yelp reviews etched in bile by ribbon worms critiquing your gallbladder's amuse-bouch. Modern parallel. De-influencing, TikTokers blubbering over Ozempic-induced intestinal paralysis. Same Darwinian calculus. Starve the vessel into influencer-branded oblivion. Medieval peasants begged saints for worm purges. Modern gurus tag their surgeons' Venmo in gut health testimonials. Progress. Thy name is proximate cannibalism. Neurocysticercosis. Tapeworm larvae swarming the cortex like Visigoths in a 3-star airman. 1904's journal entry. A suffragette swallowed eggs for corset emancipation. The worm obeyed, emancipating her prefrontal cortex through her nostrils mid-temperance rally. True enlightenment strikes when your CNS becomes a priority plus parasite timeshare. Hymenopes nana reproduces asexually inside you like an MLM recruiting your organs. Exhibit, Idaho biohacker, hosting 3 generations before his colon staged a workers' revolt at Soul Cycle. Terms of service voided upon perforation. A tapeworm seizure live-streamed. Cronenberg choreographs muscle spasms into apocalyptic jazz hands. EMTs arrive to a human husk ejecting wriggling escape pods. CDC labels it crisis. I call it nihilist ballet with encore vomiting. The 1957 Tallulah trial exposed clinics injecting live specimens. One worm eviscerated a socialite's lung mid-digestion. Coroner's note, found gripping gallbladder tissue like a final encore. Her epitaph, fitting debutante dress. Eternity secured via bile duct confetti. Why bargain with gut-dwelling CEOs? Humanity licks the blade between courses. Medieval nobility devoured citrus coffins teeming with larvae to offset feasts. Tech bros now microdose cestodes between enemas and ayahuasca. The velvet pillbox upgraded to Bourgain-branded Petri dishes. The stupidity remains tax-exempt. Next time some fool romanticizes intermittent fasting's vintage charm. Retort. Victorians didn't live-stream enemas in 4K before purchasing holistic symbiosis. Recall Adelaide's autopsy. 75 feet of tapeworms hosting a board meeting in her peritoneal cavity. Agenda Item 1. Dividend distribution via organ liquidation. Dr. Sardonicus. Pulitzer Committee blacklisted me for excessive glee in necrosis. Worth it. Mary Worthington's 1896 cotillion collapse wasn't just a party foul. It was Darwin tap dancing on her diaphragm. Witnesses swore her final pirouette ejected a 12-foot tapeworm wearing a top hat made of cholesterol. Coroners found her small intestine hosting a parasitic rave, where guests signified RSVP through intestinal perforation. The worm's parting gift, a farewell tour culminating in peritonitis cha-cha. Fast forward to Miami Tech Week 2024, where biohackers trade Bitcoin for Peruvian biocompatibility consultants smuggled in kombucha SCOBY hotels. Meet Logan Pierce, Silicon Valley's gut GPT pioneer, who live-streamed his microbiome IPO until his larval board members voted him out via sepsis-induced shareholder meeting. His last tweet, code review pending. Exit strategy, explosive. The black market worm trade thrives on Etsy stores labeled wellness coaches, shipping parasites in immune-boosting amber vials. One Oregon influencer documented her holistic rebranding until her Tapeworms OnlyFans debut. Premium content featuring bile duct asthma and nutrient deprivation mukbang. Subscribers canceled when her collab with Xlax registered sponsorships escalated into emergency colectomy unboxing videos. Modern clinics upsell tapeworms with parasite optimization packages. Tier 1. Basic leech trademark. Tier 3. VIP cestode prime trademark. Death disclaimers appear only when you click the green, buried beneath NFT parasite art. My cousin Brad tried DIY larvae incubation using YouTube tutorials. His eulogy praised his commitment to disruptive digestion before his colostomy bag declared independence at Burning Man. The crematorium refused his remains. Turns out fire just seasoned the tapeworm buffet. Why resurrect this gastro-apocalypse? Because humanity's craving for quick fixes outweighs survival instinct. Medieval kings guzzled arsenic. We stockpile Ozempic registered between unpasteurized almond enemas. Mary's ballroom blunder should have been the finale, but Silicon Valley rebranded autolyses as lean prototyping. A next wellness guru peddling ancestral tapeworm harmony. Remind them. Adelaide's autopsy photo shows her duodenum resembling a Times Square subway grate during monsoon season. The only cleansed thing was her estate by malpractice lawyers. Dr. Sardonicus, my PhD thesis was rejected for excessive vivisection humor. Columbia's loss. Subscribe for more catastrophes disguised as life hacks. Smash that notification bell before your spleen does.